And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
Well, like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy here.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? He met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now that you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
but you're more in the category like Luther Arnold. Name?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go out place everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go. We head to Kroger's, and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes.
can you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
how do you do it?
you
Teach
can
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you gotta get the smile. Smile going on some shoes, but
Wait, hold up.
I
gotta
when it's
try
time,
this with you.
when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try this
you gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny
All right,
and start laughing.
do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Wish words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful, thriving, non-thirsty Thursday, because we do have quite a bit to talk about, and it has a lot about to do with somebody's thirst, a grown-ass man's thirst, and we also have some crazy stories to talk to you guys about. We got our stories for the day. You know what I'm saying, man? I need to. There are so many ideas that I need to write down, because I just keep thinking like, oh, that'd be dope too. That'd be a dope T. That'd be a dope T too. That'd be a dope T. Man, I need to write these things down. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, I got my boy David in the house, but real talk, I mean, that's, in all honesty, I really do need to get some more T's running, because y'all inspire me. I know that sounds really corny and cheesy and all that, but no lie, you guys really do inspire me, and these ideas just keep pumping out of my body, and I just don't know what to do with them. And then yes, aggro vixen, damn it, I do write these things down, but then I get busy. You know what I mean? Not busy, but I get busy. You know what I'm saying? I get busy. And so, real talk, it is, it's just really a blessing to have the energy that you guys have, because that makes me want to keep creating, keep thinking outside the box, keep growing this show, keep growing things. The reason why I say this is not only just because of what I just said. Like, real talk, I'm literally going to be putting something together here with this idea that I have, so I can put it out on the merch store, so you guys can consume, wear it, all that stuff, because I got ideas for days, and it just doesn't stop. But I wanted to say first off, last night was our first members only show and it was fire. I don't think I've had that much fun in a really long time with a group of people. And it was after I premiered the full audio of Carry On and CJ and the mysterious woman in the audio talking about the alleged molestation story, right? I'm telling you guys are awesome. And I had such a great time. And it was such a good time to see everybody's, see some of y'all regulars, some of y'all family members' faces. You know what I'm saying? It was really, really dope to see everybody's face. You know? Y'all are beautiful people. My Lord. And the conversations that I had with you guys were a trip. Now, I got to ask you, and I know that not everybody is filed into the show yet, the ones that were on the show last night, but there were some clips or there were some moments that I wanted to be able to take out and put onto the Pascal Show clips page or channel, because there were just so many great moments and so many just laugh out loud moments, y'all. And really endearing, like Chris CCC. I got to see her son, and he was rocking some of the merch, which was dope. And they were singing the song and all that, which was amazing too. And it was just like, man, I just want to be able to, I want to share this with everybody so that they can see what they're missing out on during these members only shows. You know what I mean? And I'm still trying to think of the title for those Wednesday night shows that are only for family members. I'm trying to think of family reunion, family, the family hangout. I don't know. I'm still trying to think of what it is. But anyway, it was really, really cool to have everybody hanging out with me. And it was dope, like I said. So I wanted to see if it was okay if I could take some clips from those dope-ass moments I had with y'all from last night's show, and take some clips out and put those out on the ether, on the net. So definitely give me a yes or no if you're cool with it. For those of y'all who are just filing in, some of y'all who were able to be a part of that thing. Family Jam, that's not bad, Mark Jones. That's not bad at all. You know what I mean? Sorry, see, it's the morning. I'm still adjusting. You know what I'm saying? I'm still getting all this ish out the nasal passages and everything. But yes, Aggro Vixen said, yes, I got no shame. Okay, well, I appreciate it. And yeah, if you guys could just, CCC said she's cool with it too. Great. CCC she said she's down with it. Okay. Expose me. Sure. I'll put that stuff out for sure. And because it was just so great. And it was great to see, like I said, you hear the people's voices, everyone's voices, but then you see them together. Lady Doc, that's exactly what I was thinking, like the cookout or something. But see, then that's when I gotta be cooking though too. And maybe there will be an episode or, an episode where I'm just barbecuing or we're just chilling. You know what I mean? Because I love to grill. I'm a hell of a grill master, I guess. Something like that. That's a very strong statement. Let me just retract that and say I'm really good at the grill. You know what I mean? I grill good. You know what I mean? I grill real good. Lawrence Ritano, I am new, but I watch some of your videos and I like your content. Thank you so much. Welcome to the family, my brother. Thank you so much for subscribing. It's a lot. It takes a lot. It takes a lot for somebody to hit that subscribe button. So it takes a lot of energy to be down to listen to me talk. So I appreciate you checking out my content and being a part of the conversation and being a part of the family. Thank you for joining. David, Red Light Night with Pascal. That's not bad. Maybe red light special. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, something like that.
Red light special. Something like that. I don't know. I'm bouncing around some ideas. You know what I mean? Because it was really great, because one thing that we were implementing last night and trying out for the very first time was members were able to Skype into the show. Video chat with me. I could see your faces. We could just chop it up, talk, etc. One thing, and I loved it. So one thing I wanted to do is on Fridays, near the end of the show, yes, I'm going to open up phone lines so everybody can talk, etc. And I always do that every show pretty much. But starting on Fridays, I wanted to do kind of like a Family Fridays, right? Where you can Skype in. There's like, I'll open up a, 20, 30-minute time slot where you guys can Skype in. You only get allotted a certain amount of time so that not everybody stays on for forever. You know what I'm saying? So everyone gets an equal amount of time. And you guys can talk about whatever you want to talk about, whatever's gone through the week, any of the subjects we've covered for the week, etc. So I wanted to make that abundantly clear. So I think that's something I'm going to be doing starting this Friday. Starting tomorrow, I will be doing that. I also am going to be doing a massive giveaway this week, this Friday, tomorrow. There will be a cash prize. There's also a prize with makeup. So you ladies out there that are watching right now, an opportunity to win some makeup. Shout out to Chris CCC. And there is some merch, some customized merch readily available for this contest as well. Shout out to No for tie-dyeing a dope looking tie-dye hoodie. That is the buy hoodie. And she tie-dyed it, and it looks amazing, yo. It looks really, really amazing. So I wanted to make that abundantly clear and let you guys know tomorrow will be like 3 different contests going on. So tomorrow will be action-packed as all get out tomorrow morning. So just be on the lookout for that. Hit those like buttons if you don't mind. Hit that like button. Send these likes all the way up. Give as much love as you can. Bring it all the way up. 5K, bruh. If I could get a Xbox, let me. You know what I mean? Shoot, it will not be given away. That'll be mine for life. I would love to get in 5K. Trust. One day that will happen. Let's speak it into existence. You know what I'm saying? It's all about manifestation, my babies. You know what I'm saying? It's all about manifestation. So you never know. You just never know. I might be able to do that in 17 years. But you never know. You never, ever know. So with that being said, we got to jump into some news. Oh, I do have somebody coming on this at 10. A good friend of mine. Her name is Mai Lee. She's a recording artist, very talented woman. She's coming on to talk about, her experiences as dealing with racial inequality in the Asian community and all that. So we will be talking to her a little bit. And then, of course, I'll probably try to bring on David into the mix, into that conversation. And then, we'll most likely open up the phone lines as well. But without further ado, David, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Hello to everyone in chat here. I did want to watch that show last night. Well, I was going to listen to the show last night, but I actually had to join to even get in there, so I didn't get to watch it.
Oh,
but,
I didn't know that.
I plan to start showing up and at least listening to it once I figure out how to get in there.
Yeah, I need to figure.
Like I said, someone.
Go ahead.
Someone was asking in chat if I'd show up, and I've been talking about this with Pascal. Probably in another month or two, I'll be back to doing night shows. So I will start showing up during the evening as well.
Yeah. He's been busy doing things, you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? He's been very, very busy doing a lot of different things. And the Pascal Show, if you're interested, I was watching some Bagel Karen last night, and she actually called into the show and tried to explain herself on some Trump fanboys channel called Hake or Hakey, maybe. Interesting. Well, personally, I don't think she needs to explain herself. Anybody who's going to sit there and try to give this woman a platform in which she can stand upon to try to explain herself, sorry, that channel's suspect as well. That channel needs to explain themselves as well. You see what I'm saying? No offense to anybody, but I don't have any patience for that kind of stuff. Unless it was something like she says, hey, those are moments where I've been having a psychotic break, or I have a mental illness, so on and so forth. Sure, I'll listen to that. But if she's going to sit there and go on to the show any show and just spout out the same rhetoric, racist and ridiculous rhetoric that she's saying in those viral videos, I have no interest in it. I have no patience for it. I'm just saying, you go and find something else. You know what I mean? That is my own personal opinion. You know what I mean? Sorry, excuse me, guys. Sorry. All this drainage, you know what I mean, going on right now. Anyway, but yeah, with her, I mean, Godspeed to her. You know what I mean? God bless her. I hope she finds, I truly hope that she finds, you know, I truly hope that she finds a, I don't know. I hope she finds inner peace. Let's just say that. I hope she finds inner peace because she really does need to find that. And going on to a show that is probably only going to lift her up and not sit there and go, hey, this is what you've done and this is wrong. If they're only just going to sit there and lift her up, then, you know, she ain't going to learn anything. She ain't going to learn anything. Those guys are all sitting there going, yeah, say what you got to say, America. And I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we got to jump into our first story. This is the main story. Okay, so huge thing that just happened overnight. Well, last night. This is a big thing. Actually, real quick, before we jump into that, Black Lady Jane, I absolutely agree. I feel so terrible for her children, for this Bagel Karen's children. She has mixed children. It looks like she has 3 mixed children, and she's using them as a prop. She's using them as a prop. Oh, I have mixed babies, or I have black babies, so I'm not racist. I can't be racist because I got black. And I hate that. I hate that more than anything in the world.
It's a big thing too. I was watching, I don't remember, it might have been Jubilee or some sort of dating site earlier, and they were talking to some women who specifically wanted just black babies. They didn't necessarily want a black husband. They just wanted black babies. And, you know, they were actually just like kind of looking for that, to get pregnant from a black man and not actually have him in their life. Like, they just want these babies as a token to show, I don't know. I guess like because they just like the way they look or something. I don't really know. But it's definitely not in the interest of the child. Because these people, you know, if you're only caring about what your baby looks like, you're not really caring about the baby itself. It's just weird to me. That
Karen should be caring about her kids. And she's not caring at all. She's just being a Karen. You see what I'm saying? I should drop bars. That's bars. That's bars for your ass. You know what I'm saying? Bars! But that's the thing. I ain't got no time for any of that BS. She's a terrible human being, especially when she's sitting there traipsing around with her daughter, with her mixed child, like a freaking prop. And going, I can't be racist. And then she's like, why don't you go bang a couple black guys, you know, and have some babies, have some black babies. And like, she's insane. And there's no justification behind that whatsoever. But now you got me. Now I got to push the main story because you got me all wrapped up in this thing. Now I got to know the hell she just say on a thing called Hakey, for crying out loud. So if anybody has the thing, I'm going to look this up. But hake? Really? That's what the hake? Okay.
Like a fish?
I don't know. Like I'm YouTubing it. I'm gonna see if. Oh, that is really. He is really. Huh. Who is this dude though? Who is this guy? See, before I open up this crap, I'm not about to sit here and open up some dude who might be some alt-right wing such and such. Let's see. Oh, no. Oh, no. You know, I'm gonna show this to you guys. You guys got me going off the beaten path, by the way. Real talk. I'm fully off the beaten path right now. I'm sorry for those of y'all who are filing in. We will get into that the main story, but here really quick, look at this ish. I mean, I'm looking at this before I even open up this thing. Right? And this guy, he's rocking a Confederate flag t-shirt. My question to you guys is, does a person like me want to open a channel like this right now and listen to whatever he's going to say? Because look, this is his main thing right here. Coming out of this, that is a speech bubble, a comic book speech bubble, and it's coming out of his mouth. I'm sorry, but when I see this looks sus as hell to me. Now, for anyone out there that's sitting there going, oh, who cares? It's just a Confederate flag. It means different things and blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. The way it is set up now, the way it looks right now, does not look good. So when you got a dude wearing a Confederate flag on his show, that makes me not want to open this thing up. So sorry. Sorry, guys, but thank you so much for the heads up, but I'm not wasting my time with that trash. Bye. And I know, I get it. I'm probably judging like crazy. I'm being hella judgmental. I haven't even opened up the pages or anything, but I'm not about to put BS rhetoric on this show that is either putting her up on a pedestal and supporting her or opposite. You see what I'm saying? Like that. What's his name? He's a black dude, but he thinks like race. He thinks that slavery was a good thing. What's his freaking name? Jesse Peterson. Something Peterson. What's his freaking name? What's his name? Jesse Lee Peterson. That's his name, I think. Let me make sure I'm not on crack. Yeah, this dude. Yeah, we good. Moving on. I ain't down for that. Like, you know what I mean? Even if he was sitting there going, well, what happened? Why did it happen? No. Sorry. It's just I'm not gonna let her or this woman or this guy, this platform, come onto this show and talk their trash. You know what I'm saying? Even though a part of me wants to listen to it just to see what her excuse is. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, do y'all feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A part of me wants to know, like, why? ¿Por qué? Why? You know what I mean?
Just watch the video between shows and then just talk about it so no one sees the website or anything. Goes there to click. Yeah, click. Yeah, whatever.
You know, a little click here, there. Okay, so let's jump into this because I might take a look at it during the break or something like that. But damn it. Okay, we got to jump into this. Okay, now there has been a very interesting thing going on, as you guys already know. I'm sorry. There has been a very interesting breaking story that broke on Tasha K's channel. Now, shout out to Tasha K. She's been doing her damn thing. She has been breaking this story. She's the first person that broke the story. She's the one who put this stuff out about Derrick Jaxn, the black men don't cheat advocate, relationship guru. She basically broke the story from some other woman saying that she had been having extramarital affairs with this man, Derrick Jaxn. Now, plain as Jane. This dude is a trip. So, okay. This is like we did a piece on it yesterday. We did a deep dive. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Plain as Jane, because she was the woman to actually break this side of the story about this cultish-ish that was going on. right? So this cultish-ish was going on. We saw the video of her responding to this thing, and it just looked weird. How she responded, what she was talking about, the stuff that was coming out of her mouth, etc., was just sus. It was weird, man. It was weird. Okay? So, of course, I'm sitting there going, what she's saying sounds very familiar. All right? I'm going, this sounds weird. This sounds very, very weird. And I'm not feeling it, but I've also been around people like this that are almost seems like they're brainwashed, right? So, okay, so before we go into the mistress part, because I'm telling you, bruh, there have been, I'm sorry, there have been many women coming out. This is not just one. Like, it's not one. There's more. There are more. And there is a woman that came out last night on Tasha K's show and broke it the F darn. Okay? I just want to make it completely straight funky with you guys. The story is insane. Absolutely insane. This man is dangerous. Go ahead, David.
Yeah, he's just been consumed with trying to keep his brand on right now. It's pretty clear he doesn't care about anything other than that. Yeah. And he's just trying to get that brand going again. And he had that video the other day, where he's just talking about himself in the third person, reviewing his own comments.
Oh yeah.
And
anything for the views.
And right. And that looks like sociopathic attitudes to me and a lot of other people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
and of course,
go ahead.
I was going to say that after everyone saw that and started to complain about it and point out all the problems in it, he ended up deleting that video yesterday because it was not accepted the way he thought. He was just trying to do damage control, but it just pissed people off more because it was so obviously ridiculous.
He got destroyed. He put out that video first. Of course, he comes out with the video with his wife sitting there holding her hand, like grabbing her hand for dear life. You all saw it with us the day before, like 2 days before. I can't believe, like, we're in the third day of talking about this ish, but we are. Because this is what's going on, right? So he sits there holding on to her for dear life, talking about all this stuff, X, Y, and Z, okay? They do a live afterwards, which he says, oh, his wife wanted to do the live. She insisted on doing a live. They did the live. Then he goes to his car, which is what David just said, and he's going off reviewing his own video in the third person. But by the way, he's referring himself in the third person in the video that he's with his wife in. He's like, Derrick Jaxn doesn't do this. Yes, Derrick Jaxn was unfaithful to his wife, and Derrick Jaxn shouldn't have done, like, third person, like he is a brand and not an actual human being. Okay, what were you saying, David?
And like while he's reviewing the thing, he keeps saying like, "Oh, Derrick Jaxn did a great thing here." Like he was saying, he's just being honest and trying to confront everything. Like he's using it as an excuse to praise himself more.
Now when it comes, now when it comes to that video, he did say in the very beginning, I'm going to refer myself in the third person. He did say that as if he's reviewing another person. So I get that part a little bit, but it is ridiculous. What's really bad is that he refers to himself in the third person in the first apology video. In the first coming out saying, yes, I've been unfaithful and everything that I've been giving to you guys is an absolute bold-faced lie. He's still referring himself in the third person even then. I understand that he was trying to be meta and funny, tongue-in-cheek about it by referring himself in the third person when he was reacting to the video, but it still looked bad. Excuse me. It still looked bad. I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm so sorry.
I mean, basically, he's just really making jokes about his wife's pain there. That's not funny.
Yeah, no. I mean, and the thing is that he had been, okay, so that's the thing, all right? So let's move on to the thing because we got to get things moving. We got to get this ball rolling. All right, so it has come out for a while now that he has been smashing the groupies for a while. He and his wayward D have been running around acting a damn fool. But and now we have other women that have stepped out, and of course we're going to talk about this. And here it is. Kiki, yes, I do need a Halls. My dear God. Here's the thing, though. Wife does a video, talks about, she's wearing the purple hat. She's around a whole bunch of saxophones and all that, right? Doing her thug thizzle. Talking in almost speaking in tongues in many, many ways. I'm sorry. Just ridiculous, right? We saw the video and we're going, that's kind of weird. That's a little weird. So, of course, we look into it a little bit more. And there's some cultish-ish going on. Clearly, because she's speaking in cultish tongue, in cultish code, right? Kind of talking about what he has to do and how he's messed up and kind of not at the same damn time, okay? But then there is another video that came out starring her. Let's take a look. What in the hell is this?
This is a spiritual warfare, and if you are not prepared and you do not know what to do, you will drown and you will be a casualty in this war. I did not come here to play games and to play dress up. I came here in my battle suit. I came here on the battleground covered in the blood of Jesus. I received the anointing of the warrior, and I spilled the blood of the enemy. You see a bonnet, I see the helmet of salvation. You see an army green shirt, I see the breastplate of righteousness. I see the belt of truth, the sandals of peace, the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, and the shield of faith. And I've come to the battleground, covered in the blood of Jesus, to proclaim victory over sin. And as God does for me, he is going to do for those of you who believe.
What was that? What was that? You want to know what that was? That was some cultish-ish. That was cult. That was cult talk. Now, why is she looking like she's starting the second, like another uprising of the Black Panther movement or something like that, but it's like for the God movement or something like that. Why is she looking like she suited and booted, ready to go and do something bad? Why? In the name of the Lord. You know what I mean? In the blood of Jesus. Like, what is this, y'all?
So extreme too. Like
what
her husband cheats on her with other women, and she's trying to equate it to like an apocalyptic warfare between God and the devil.
Thank you.
It's not that complicated. I'm sorry, sweetie. He just cheated on you, and he doesn't care about you.
It's his wayward D. It's his talk, his silver tongue, which apparently I heard he's pretty good in that department with his tongue. But and that's just another conversation. But it's his silver tongue and that wayward D. That's all it is. And now she's sitting here going, she even said this yesterday in the other video, it's a warfare. It is a spiritual warfare. She said that in the other video yesterday. And there's no way you're going to be able to overcome unless you are washed by the blood of Jesus. Like what? You got to do the scoop-de-doo in the singing. You know what I'm saying? You got to do the skloop. Just making sure. Blood of Jesus. You know what I mean? But here it is. He has that demon peen. As somebody just said earlier. That demon D. You know what I'm saying? Makes girls scream out in tongues, apparently. Apparently. So much. They got to get it out. So the white liquid came out the hoo-ha. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we did a whole video about this cultish-ish. And a girl was getting demon semen. Look at her mouth. Demon semen. Coming out of her hoo-ha and her mouth. Real talk. Because of the blood of Jesus. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm not making fun of godly people. Faithful people, but people who have been bamboozled, run amok, led astray. And they believe that they're spitting out demon semen out of their mouth and their hoo-ha is kind of, it's a little funny. You can't, dude sidekicked her with the Holy Spirit, like, pop! and she fell. I'm sorry. People are getting hit with a jacket and falling over because the jacket, this evangelistic preacher, has so much power in his jacket that he can hit somebody. And that person will fall to the ground going, thank you, Jesus. Yes, I've been blessed by a damn jacket. Oh, let me spray holy water on somebody's velvet curtains. And suddenly I found God. Ah! Like that. Just like that. So, all I'm saying is that kind of information, it's very interesting. Then she comes out with a second video, which is what we just saw. What the hell is that, right? So, we got to move on to the next part of the story, okay? The next part of the story is very interesting. But hold on one second. Sorry, just wanted to make sure I got that all lined up. Okay, so, yesterday, late last night, Tasha K comes out with a live video exposing all of this new information. Now, I'm saying right now we are finally marching into the title. Okay? The title is, like I said, Mistress comes out as saying she was impregnated by Derrick Jaxn. Black men don't cheat, Derrick Jaxn. In an exclusive interview with Tasha K. All right? So, we're going to listen to some of this soundbite because I want you guys to hear a little bit of this story. This story is insane. It's absolutely insane. It's wrong. And it shows how full of ish this dude really is. Real talk. This guy is a piece of trash. An absolute piece of trash. And there's some other parts to this that make a whole lot of sense. And you might ask, why? Why is he so hell-bent on trying to cover everything else, everything up, right? Well, it's because he's got a lot of stuff coming around the bend that could make him serious bags. Now, according to Tasha K, he is working out a deal, or he has solidified a deal with TD Jakes. Now, if you don't know who TD Jakes is, let's just say he is a very, very well-known pastor. He is highly respected. The dude is a beast, all right? And dude is a freaking beast. And he has a huge following, and people eat his stuff up. Now, you got somebody like Derrick Jaxn who's making videos. He obviously has grown his platform to millions and millions of people. People eat his stuff up, love him, right? Yes, Bishop Jakes. Love him to death. People follow him. Black men don't cheat. Women are fawning over him. All this stuff. So, of course, TD Jakes turns around and says, hey, you know what? Let's work out a $100,000, some sort of kind of deal. Because we got something coming up. Very true. Bishop Jakes is so highly revered and highly respected that even Oprah has given him the stamp of approval. He is Oprah approved, okay? So imagine Derrick Jaxn sitting down with Bishop Jakes, right? TD Jakes. And he's like, I see that you've been doing this stuff and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, man, I've been working hard. Black men don't cheat. Black men don't cheat. And he's like, yeah, man, I love this whole thing, blah, blah, blah. Why don't you come over and under my surveillance, and we can build your business to a whole other level. Let's sign up this deal. So he's going, hell to the yeah. down. Let's do this, right? So he's signing up this, he's about to get this whole deal going, and then all of a sudden, all these women start coming out saying, black men don't cheat guy has been cheating this entire time. He's been cheating on his wife even before they were married. And all the way up to like a week or two before he was actually making that video with his wife saying, yes, I cheated, but it was old stuff. It's old stuff. I never did those things. Now, because I'm changed, I found Christ. I found the blood of Jesus. Okay? So, this mistress comes out on Tasha K. And like I said, listen to the full thing on Tasha K's platform because, like I said, that woman is a beast. I don't know how she got her what she got, but she got it. Okay, so shout out to Tasha K. I don't want anything taken out of context or make it seem like this is something I found. Woo, no. Tasha K dropped this nugget of knowledge last night on her show. We're going to take a listen to some of it right here. Just a snippet, because I want you to hear what this woman says about Derrick Jaxn. Oh, also, by the way, the woman doesn't have any socials. She's not on IG or anything crazy like that. This woman is a fairly successful surgeon. She makes her monies doing her thing. She don't need no socials. She don't need to do that to secure the bags like us regular people. She saves lives, right? She's a surgeon. She does dope things with her hands. You know what I'm saying? By healing with her hands. So mad props to this woman. But she did not want to come out with her name or anything like that. So we don't know her actual name. She's not on social, so don't try to do any crazy deep dive or anything like that, okay? So let's take a look. Let's take a listen. I'm going to try to scrub around a little bit, so please understand. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it is a long conversation that they have, but I'm going to try to get to you the meat and potatoes right here. Let's take a listen.
When he reached out to me last night, his biggest fear was that I have cameras in my home and I can prove that he was there, that, you know, I can prove anything that needs to be proved. This is not just me just making up a bizarre story. So his whole thing was he was trying to get to my house last night to try to figure out my security system and where, like, what angles my cameras was pointing. So we looked, and he's passing by my house like 4 and 5 times, slowing down, looking at my cameras.
Oh, wow.
So when I
be crazy.
this morning, I told him, I said, listen, this is just too much. I'm like, I don't know what's going on with you, you know, and why these, you know, women are coming out to talk about you or whatever. Because he never, ever told me that he was dealing with other women. Like, all of these videos that are online, I guess he felt like, okay, I'll block her from YouTube, so she won't be able to see nothing. All I did was get on, you know, my sister's phone and type in his name and everything popped up.
Dude, dude is crafty. Let me just say that. Dude is hella crafty, okay?
Now you say, now the wife says that he's...
I gotta love those commercials that just randomly pop up, but you gotta secure the bag somehow, right? You got to secure them bags somehow.
For about 5 to 6 months. And that's when he first he just recently posted his wife on his social media this year.
That's true. So like he didn't post anything surrounding his wife for a good minute, right? And then all of a sudden when all these accusations came out, he started putting out photos of her, their wedding pictures, etc. It's kind of weird, right?
The first time people didn't even know he was married. And so when I kind of...
had no idea. Either.
You didn't know he was married?
No.
Okay, so walk me from the beginning. What month did you guys meet?
We met October, 2 days before Halloween.
Okay, of 2020.
2020, yes.
This recent, okay. And so what happened? Like, how did he approach you? Because this wasn't no DM situation. Normally, he's fucking his subscribers. So this is different. He met you in person.
Yeah,
I was walking into Lenox Mall, I guess that's the name of it. I'm not from this area. Walking into Lenox Mall, and I was texting, and I heard him say, "Excuse me, ma'am." And when I turned around, he introduced himself as D. He didn't say, hey, it's me, Derrick, whatever. He just said, hey, this is D. And he was like, I seen you walking in, and, I think you're gorgeous, and I wanted to know, could I get your number? And,
real gentleman-like.
Kind of build a friendship. And he was so polite. He was a gentleman. And I was like, sure. I gave him my phone number, and we began to talk.
Real gentlemanly-like, right? Isn't that how it usually comes off? You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is like the start of some weird, like, sex thriller. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a gentleman. He's so sweet and so kind. And then he's doing all that. Like, one of those Tyler Perry movies. Like, it's like one of, you know what I mean? What was that movie that was with Nia Long that just came out a little bit ago? What's that movie that was, oh, man, it was on Netflix. And it was terrible. It was terrible. He didn't even smash, and he was losing his mind, right? Man, anyway, let's continue.
I can say probably, like, I've never been to his house. I've never been to a penthouse or anything. He has always came to my home.
Man, they want to make sure they secure them bizags. Damn.
If you look in all of his videos that he has
Here we go.
Uploaded, my front balcony is in the back of his video.
Does it have the white arches?
It's the white arches.
Shut the fuck up.
So Bruh was in his car shooting videos in front of her property. Straight up. Either coming from, to, and fro. You feel me? Her own apartment or her own property, because obviously she making the monies because she's a damn surgeon. But he's taking those videos going, hey, Derrick Jaxn here to talk about this one video. The black men don't cheat when he just got done smashing some other chick.
Those are recent.
That's
crazy.
Yes, that's my home.
That's her.
Me and him dealt with each other like it kind of moved fast. He would always come and visit me. He come to the hospital quite frequently to see me on my lunch breaks and whenever I'm between surgeries.
So you're a doctor.
Yeah. So let's scoot up a little bit more, real quick.
Okay.
Okay, by the end of
I think
December, the end of November, early December, I found out I was pregnant.
Bang, here we go.
I told him, off top, I don't want any children.
By the way, she was prego, okay? Just so you know. She got knocked up by Derrick Jaxn. Oh, my God.
Right now, I'm 32, and I don't want kids right now. And he went through like this emotional kind of thing as if he gave a fuck. But I'm pretty sure now that I'm looking, it was just an act, and he was just like, I don't want you to, terminate the pregnancy. I really want this. Let's talk, let me come over there. Let's sit down and talk. So he came to my home and we talked, and he said, well, have you set an appointment? I told him no. Well, about 2 days later, I had already had an appointment, and I called him and told him. And he said, well, can you push it off for about another week? And I said, why? He said, because I want to make sure that this is what I want to do. So I said, okay. I said, well...
Wait. See, this is the part that I didn't understand. I want to make sure this is something that I want to do? Or was she saying that she wants to do? You see what I'm saying? Was he referring I as in her, like as she's referring to herself, or I as in him referring to himself about I don't know if I, Derrick Jaxn, because he's used to saying himself in the third person, so I expected him to do it there. Would trying to make sure that he's okay with doing this. Shmushman.
This is what I want to do. So it's really not about what you want to do. So he just kept on going through like, well, you don't have any children. I'm trying to build a relationship with you. I don't want this to, to end like this. But I'd already had my mind made up that this was the end of it. Like I was not going to continue a pregnancy with someone I'm not with. I'm just actually dealing with, whenever I'm free, basically.
Wow.
So I pushed the appointment off for another week. And every day it was just a sob story about, I really want this. My wife won't give me a divorce. You know, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of her threatening to take, you know, everything that I've worked for. And, you know, everything was to vilify her. And you know how that goes when they do those stories. So I told him, so I never knew that they were in the same home together because, to my knowledge, he was living with his cousin and he was basically caught up in a legal battle with his wife who was supposed to be in Arkansas.
So there you have it, y'all. I can't play the whole thing. Like I said, please go over to Tasha K's stream. She streamed this live literally 10 hours ago. And it is there in all of its glory. It is really, really bad, y'all. Like I said, it's very, very bad. Clearly, it's showing that Derrick Jaxn is no good. Derrick Jaxn's no good. And it seems like he met her. He started to talk to her. They started getting into a physical relationship. And maybe he realized that she was, I don't know. Maybe he realized, I'm sorry, that she was well-to-do. Like she got her own. She don't have to worry about anything. So maybe in his mind, he's like, man, I can keep securing my bag while she secures hers. And if anything goes bad on my end, she has my back because she's a surgeon. Maybe he was trying to secure the bag by smashing or by continually smashing. And then when she got knocked up, he was just like, well, hold up now. This could secure my livelihood too. Hold on, let me make sure I'm okay with you terminating the pregnancy, right? That could very well be the situation too. He probably was like, I could have her for life. She's a surgeon. She will always work. What if this whole thing falls apart? This whole black men don't cheat thing. What if I do get caught? Because obviously he hadn't gotten caught yet. But he was smashing this girl. They were having sexual relations all the way up until these stories were exposed. So when he went on video and said what he said with his wife in her bonnet, and then the live afterwards, he was lying the entire time, guys. This man has been lying for years. For the 9 years he's been building this platform, he has been lying for 9 years, y'all. Let me just say, hit that rewind button real quick. He's been lying for 9 years. And he's been lying to his wife and lying to everybody for years. Just so you know. What were you going to say, David?
Yeah, I was going to say kind of what you said, but like his whole relationship with his wife has been built on a foundation of lies. I mean, who knows how much truth he's ever been sharing with her, because if he's been cheating with her before, they even got married, and he's been continuing it with so many people. Obviously, he's been lying to her most of the time to hide what he's doing and where he's going and all of that stuff. So it's hard to even say how much if he's ever had that much honesty in his relationship with her to begin with. And obviously, he hasn't had that honesty in his YouTube channel. I mean, even disregarding the fact that he got caught cheating, a lot of his previous messages would contradict each other. Like if he's talking about a different guy, that guy has to listen to the woman. But if he's talking about himself, the woman's got to understand that there's certain things a guy won't do. And he said things like that. So it's not surprising.
You know what I'm saying? It's so bad. Like he's a serial cheater. He is a serial cheater. And please, I heard somebody say, or I read somebody say, maybe he's a sex addict. Please, for the love of God, please do not make it be a thing where he says he's a sex addict. The next thing that comes out of his damn mouth is, I was wayward with my penis and I realized that Derrick Jaxn is a sex addict. My God, please don't tell me he's going to come out with that. If he does, I will rip this entire I will rip this house from its very foundation and throw it on top of him. I swear to God. I swear to God. I don't need to hear any of that ish. I really hope they don't come out trying to give us that kind of BS. I ain't got time for it. Ain't none of us got time for it. He did something wrong. He's an idiot. He's wrong. He cheated. He cheated multiple times. I bet he did it one time. He realized he could still do it. Maybe he cheated. He got caught. Wifey looked at him going like, why would you do that to me? He's like, no, 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 no. Please, honey, forgive me. Baby, baby, please, baby, baby, please. And then he said, hey, I just got washed by the blood of Jesus. And she said, okay, I forgive you. And he's like, wait. So you prayed. Wait, hold up. So you prayed. And now you're cool with it? After prayer? Cool. Thank you, baby. And then he went up there, all up in them guts somewhere else. And he just kept doing lather, rinse, repeat. Over and over again. Smashing his groupies. And then this unfortunate woman as well. That's messed up. He was just like, oh, if it's that easy, I could do this all the time. Remember, in the video that I showed you guys before, and he's in that blue shirt. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting there going, oh, anybody who does this, anybody who's been smashing, other people on the side, like if you have other side chicks and stuff, this ain't your first rodeo. He's speaking from experience because he's been smashing. And he got a wife that clearly may be a little delusional. Maybe.
I mean, if they believe that scene we watched earlier, I don't know if we ever got that woman's name, but the one that had the oral sex demon in her mouth?
No, there's no.
If they believe that the spritz of holy water on her V cleared everything up when she has an STD, she might legitimately believe that there's a demon in Derrick and he just needs to be sprayed in the right place or something so that he stops cheating and being a terrible person. But
right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Every time he goes and smashes one of the girls, you know what I mean? When he gets all up in that, funky dope love, and he goes in there, into church, gets washed, walks out completely clean. You know what I'm saying? Like he just walks in, blood of Jesus, and he walks out and he's like, hey, I'm good. I'm good. But hey, Kiki, what's up? Just saying. Dude thinks he could do this and get away with this ish. This is the reason why we're talking about it, because it's bad. It's bad. Facts, P-Mac, hella throat. Now, that's the thing. She is so gone. And I feel like it could be from dealing with a narcissist, dealing with somebody who does not give two damns about her or her well-being. He only cares about himself and the brand that he's been building, given the fact that he is referring himself in the third person. He just had an opportunity to sit down and work out a huge-ass deal with Bishop T.D. Jakes, and guess what? He's getting that bag ripped out from his hands right now because of his wayward dick. Sorry, I said it. And it's bad. And now that's why he grabs her by the hand, goes, babe, we got to do this video real quick because I don't want to lose the bag, babe. Baby, I don't want to lose this bag. It's millions of dollars, baby. Damn. And so she sits there and goes, fine. I don't care. I'm going to wear this bonnet because I don't give a right? Then he sits there and goes, hey, Derrick Jaxn did this thing and he feels bad about such and X, Y, and Z and carry the third. And therefore, because of what I did, honey, you want to say something? I'm sorry.
If I want to start looking for a church that doesn't have so many sex demons hanging out in it, because that seems to be a huge epidemic at this church. Sex demons everywhere. So go somewhere without sex demons, and maybe you won't be possessed by a sex demon.
That sex demon, maybe he was in the room during that whole day. It was in my mouth. Sex demon in my mouth. Maybe it flew out. And it went on him. Yeah. And he's just like, oh, God, I can't stop humping the air. I need to go hump something. You never know. It's ridiculous. But now, because he wants to save the money, he doesn't want to save the marriage. He wants to save the money because he know he got her. He don't have to worry about her at all. He's like, I got it. Secured. Bag. Secured. With her, we good. And she's part of the brand. Now she's part of the brand. She got forced into that ish. Real talk. She got forced in that ish. She didn't want to be a part of it. But that sex demon, damn it. That sex demon. Look at it. Look at sex demon.
We got a super chat from Shauna Robinson, I think is pretty accurate.
What? Oh, shoot. Hold up. Now I got to find it.
Just a little up. It's not too far.
Thank you, Pauline. Pascal, you're funny as hell. It's true. That man does cheat. Facts. Thank you so much for the $25 super chat. I really do appreciate it, Shanna Robinson. Thank you so much. And all y'all who are watching right now, don't forget to hit that like button down below. If you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button. That would really, really mean a lot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and we're going to be opening up the phone lines here in a little bit. I got to bring on a good friend of mine here in a second to talk about everything. But like I said, shoot, this dude messed everything up because of his penis. And he bet not use sex addiction. I swear to God, somebody already used it for the year. I'm sorry. White boy that ran into a bunch of massage parlors and tried to shoot up a whole bunch of people. And he used that sex addiction card. See what I'm saying? Eric Benet did it one time, and that was that. And then other people tried to use it at that time too, during that year. This dude who shot up a whole bunch of people like a week or so ago took the entire card, sex addiction card, for at least 2 years. I don't give a damn. I do not give two freaking damns. He bet not come out with some sex addiction BS. I swear to God. He and I will have words. I'm serious.
That's the thing. Even like if you have sex addiction, that alone isn't going to cause you to betray someone you trust. I mean, you can still talk to them. You can still have open relationships. There's a difference between being addicted to sex and being dishonest with your wife.
Right.
I mean, like we got Panda Loca in here, right? His wife's okay with it as far as I can tell. So, you know, like Panda Loca might be a little sexually addicted, but if his wife's okay with it, it's not a problem.
Yeah, I mean, here it is. That's the thing, though. If you have no problem with your husband being a sex addict, because you're a sex addict too, but you are being addicted to each other, fantastic. Bone to kingdom come. Bone till you can't bone no mo. Okay? Bone till it raw. Do it till you're satisfied. You know what I mean? Do it all you want. Okay? Yeah. All you freaking want. Please.
It's exactly. You were talking about the shooter. It's exactly kind of like that. They're trying to reduce it to sexual addiction, but it's more complicated than that because that's just one aspect. You know, the shooter blamed Asian American, or not Asian American, but Asian women on, and Asian American women on his, I guess they were his demons inside of him or whatever. So, you know, he was going to rehab at this evangelical church, which might have been exactly like this, right? He's trying to, and they're telling him to cast out his demons. And so they're basically training him to see all Asian women as demons because he can't control himself. And he's blaming it on the women. And so he goes and shoots everyone because he thinks it's their fault. He can't stop going to the massage parlors. It's it's much more than just a simple case of being addicted to sex. It's all the other things you do around there that makes it a problem. Sexual addiction in itself doesn't make you a killer. It doesn't make you a betrayer. It can do those things, I guess, but it's if everything else in your life is messed up and you don't have any direction. It's not by itself. It's not that simple.
Right.
Like, yeah, I mean, sex is a complicated thing, but as far as it goes, if you're honest, people don't really have a problem with it. It's the fact that they're using this as an excuse, the sexual addiction as an excuse to hide the fact that they're betraying people or that they wanted to hurt people because they think it's their fault.
Right.
It's just not the way it works.
Yeah, and I totally agree. And that's the thing, like, people get it all twisted, get it all messed up and twisted, and that's what's so frustrating about it all. You know what I mean? But do me a favor, David. I would check your settings on your camera again because it just went dark again for some weird reason. But I do have somebody on with me. I'm very excited. She's joining in on the chat, the conversation right now. There you go. Perfect, David. You look great. We got my girl, Miley, in the house. What's up, girl?
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay.
Loud and clear.
Okay.
What's good? How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm sleepy.
Sleepy? Man, it's 10, almost 10:30. What are you talking about?
Oh, my God. It's so early.
Well, first off, I want to say thank you so much for jumping on and being a part of the conversation. Did you get a chance to hear any of the stuff that we were talking about with Derrick Jaxn and all that?
I didn't get a chance.
Do you know anything about this Derrick Jaxn situation?
You talking about the cheater?
Yeah, and his wayward D. Yeah.
So I saw a clip of him and his wife, and then I also I saw a clip of them talking or him talking, and then I saw a clip of her talking on her own, right? Mm-hmm. And then I saw him watching the video in third person.
Yeah. Yeah, he been referring himself in the third person. That's the thing.
But he wasn't. But he was acting like it wasn't him, but it was him.
But it was him.
So it was kind of I was tripping.
Yeah,
he was making me trip out, and I couldn't get all into it. But that was kind of weird.
Hilarious,
because to me he made it seem like it wasn't him, but it was him.
It wasn't him, but it was him. Yeah.
So I'm confused.
No, he was just trying to be hella meta. That's first off, he was being hella meta, and he was trying to be ironical and funny at the same time because he's known to react to other videos of other relationships, and then he'll go, "Yeah, this guy is really a good dude," or "This is what you don't do in a relationship," and blah blah blah. Black men don't cheat, and then he'll leave.
And that's why he deleted it.
Yeah, and then so he deleted it because everyone's sitting there going, "You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot." You know what I'm saying? Somebody else just said it's kind of like Edward Norton in Fight Club. You know, it was like he was referring himself as Tyler Durden, but it was him the entire time. You see what I'm saying? Sorry. Spoiler, if you haven't seen Fight Club by now, bruh, it's been like 20 some odd years. Sorry for the spoiler, but there it is. But anyway, no, because I just, because the thing is I had to ask because as a woman, you are a woman, right? I just want to make sure you're a woman, right? There we go.
I'm not going to answer that.
See, this is why I love my girl Miley. She takes my jokes. She could but she could dish them out too. So here it is though. As a woman, and seeing this whole thing unfold, especially with all these mistresses and all this stuff starting to, come out. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this whole thing?
Okay, so I'm assuming I just know this much, right? Like as I just explained. Do I think that the wife should they have had a I guess what would you call it, a press conference?
Yes, I guess so. Okay, so they did a video. Okay, so real quick, they did a video. He's holding her hand like for dear life. I'm assuming you saw that video.
That's why I was holding my hand.
Right. He was like holding on, like, you know what I mean? Don't let go, Jack, like freaking Titanic. But then he's referring himself in the third person in that video. Then, of course, his wife comes out with other videos that are very Christ-like. In the other video, like a lot of culty faith talk, right? The video before that, though, in the video where he's holding on to her for dear life, they're talking about Christ and their faith and all that, helping them stay together. But now people are saying that they're probably involved with a cult because there's a lot of cult-like stuff going on in the church that they're involved in, right? So for someone who is you are heavy in your faith as well, you know what I'm saying? Or at least the last time I checked, you know what I'm saying? So last time I checked, you were still, loving God and all that. Do you think that faith is enough to mend a broken marriage like this, especially when his wayward D was wayward D'ing a lot of B's. He was effing a lot of B's. You know what I mean? If you're baptized in the blood of Jesus, can you?
Why do you have to do all that?
Because I
You're
can.
so dramatic.
Because I can. But what, if you're doing that, and you got the blood of Jesus in you, can you? Is it enough? Is faith enough?
It's not enough for me. For me.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say that's their relationship. You know, we don't know what they've done behind closed doors. They're just talking about it publicly now. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what's happening. But for me, you know, you can't just be, you know, you can't just be like, you know, well, God and forgiveness and faith and that's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. And the holding hand really tight thing, that wasn't enough either. And you guys talking about it live is not enough either. You know, you could just, just look at her body language. I mean, from what I took from it. Did you guys see her body language when they were talking?
To me, it was very much like, yeah, and like, come at me. Like, I don't care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe he's cheated on her before, and this is nothing brand new.
He most definitely has. I mean, there's more women that have come out. There's a mistress that just came out saying that she was impregnated. Another one last night just came out saying that she was impregnated by him. She terminated that pregnancy, but she has been smashing that homie up until that video that we are just talking about right now. So
is that a fact, though?
That is a full-on fact. This whole thing just came out.
How do we know it's a fact?
It came from her own mouth in an interview.
Okay.
On another channel. But she had a full-on interview. This woman named Tasha K had a full-on interview with this woman. We just listened to the audio on the show.
I mean, what you do in the dark will always come to light. That's first and foremost.
Facts.
You know, they're making it look so bad, though. You know, it's not a good look for either of them, to be honest. Do I think that they should have spoken about it? Like, I don't think she should have been there, but I don't know. Maybe, and also that's why she did her own video of speaking by herself, you know. But even me watching that briefly, I was not convinced. You know, she was just talking about God and Jesus, and she forgives him. And I'm not saying that you can't forgive. You can always forgive. Forgiving helps you, not them, you know. But it's kind of like, I think he's been cheating on her. I think she has her own personal issues and her own insecurities. I think we all go through stuff like that, you know. So she just needs to figure herself out. I think once she sees herself on all this social media platform videos and stuff, she's gonna be like, "Damn, I was dumb."
Or
shit.
Damn, I look crazy. I think that's what it is. I look crazy because she did one video by herself. Then she just recently did another one, and it looks really, really bad. Long story short,
did she say?
Very bad. It was just all like spiritual warfare type stuff.
Right.
But the stuff that she was coming out with just sounds crazy. And she's in a bonnet. She's wearing an army, like a camo shirt. She looks like she's about to join, you know, the Black Panther movement or something like that. It's just it's weird. It just looks weird. To me, it looks weird. It looks very militant suddenly. And what she's saying, and it's just kind of like, okay, shush. Just quiet. You're just talking crazy. But that's just me. That's just my own personal opinion.
I gotta watch that. I haven't watched it.
Yeah. No, it's all good. You take a look at it when you get a second. But of course, you know, we definitely got to talk about this whole situation that happened last week, right? You know, the shooting that happened in Atlanta. There was another one, by the way. There was another gunman that was actually caught. Let me pull that up really quick.
You talking about Colorado?
No, I'm talking about Atlanta. I'm talking about Atlanta real quick. Here it is. Man arrested after allegedly entering Atlanta Publix with 5 guns and body armor. And this was last night, or this was a story that broke this morning. So a man was arrested Wednesday after entering a Publix supermarket in Atlanta with 5 firearms and body armor, police said. The man, who Atlanta police have identified as 22-year-old Rico Marley, has been charged with reckless conduct. Police did not provide evidence that Marley planned to carry out a shooting at the store that day, but the incident occurred in the wake of 2 mass shootings that have shaken the nation and prompted widespread calls for gun reform. The shooting, hold on, sorry, this thing just did something to me. The shooting, where did it go? The shooting at a supermarket in Boulder, Colorado, that killed 10 people, and a series of shootings at 3 Atlanta area spas killed 8. So, and that just happened recently. This is something that happened. The police responded to a phone call at after 1:30 p.m. and they immediately detained Marley when he exited the bathroom. Emergency medical responders also arrived at the scene to conduct a mental health evaluation. So this dude walked in with five, like suited and booted, with five firearms, walked into the bathroom first maybe load up or something like that, walked out of that bathroom and was detained by police. So if he was planning on doing something really, really bad. You see what I'm saying? He was about to do something really bad. Go ahead.
He would have had to been kitted out like the previous guy too, because it says he has 2 long rifles, so that means long guns. So that means shotguns are rifles. So you can't really conceal those. He was just loaded up when he walked in. It seems like.
Exactly. So speaking of like everything that's happened, I just wanted to throw in that story really quick. Speaking of like the incident that happened in Atlanta with the massage parlor, and how they're saying that he was just having a bad day. He was just having a really bad day, right? What are your thoughts on this whole thing? I mean, especially with everything that's going on, the violence that's been targeted towards Asian Americans or Asians in general. What are your thoughts on this whole thing?
Okay, so if you have a bad day, you don't just shoot up a place and kill 8 people.
Facts.
Also, if you have a bad day, if I have a bad day and I do the same, I would definitely get targeted as a mass murderer, crazy Asian, whatever, right? But of course, they said it wasn't a hate crime. What did he said? It wasn't, the attacks weren't racially motivated, right?
Right.
But it was at 3 Asian spas, correct?
Yes. He targeted 3. Yeah.
Killing 6 Asian women, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't racially motivated?
But it wasn't racially motivated.
Okay,
Allegedly. Yeah.
Right. So the police officer that stated this when he did the press conference, he minimalized everything. He was just like, oh, he's not a mass murderer. He just had a really bad day.
Right.
I mean, the shit is it's really messed up. I know this stirred up a lot of Asians, and they're like, now we're speaking up, and it takes this to really speak up.
Right.
Of course, this is what happens in America. His intentions were to kill. He hit up 3 different spas. And I mean, I spoke about it because I normally don't say much, but I even spoke about it on my social media. Yes. So it was definitely, it's just a messed up situation.
It is a messed up situation. I mean, well, when you see something like this, does it come to you as a bit of a surprise, or is this something that is just kind of like, well, we've been having this kind of hatred for a while? Does that make any sense?
We've had hate for a while. I mean, let's talk about Trump calling it the China virus. don't you think that if you're calling something the China virus, that you're going to start up some fire? That's why all this hate is going on. You know, like no one knows about what's going on for real, and people are starting to know and find out. But you calling it the China virus is going to cause a lot of hate. But obviously, he doesn't get that. You know, he's privileged. He's a white privileged man, so he's gonna be like China virus, not knowing that it'll get a whole bunch of people attacked, killed, abused. But that's what happens with us. We suppress it. We don't talk much about it. We get beat up, we get attacked, we get abused, we move on.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, okay, so can I just say something really quick? Okay, so because I'm going to say something, and you know, of course, you know, I love you, and I don't mean to say this in any type of bad way. It might not even come out bad, but I'm just saying that as a precursor. But of course, we live in a world where everything is so black and white, right? It's always like white on black or blue on black or, you know, racism on black people. You know, we just talked about a Bagel Karen, you know, going off and talking to a bakery employee, calling him a bitch ass N-word, all that stuff, right? But we don't really often hear stories about racism towards Asians, at least coming from my point of view, in my world, right? We hear a lot of racism with white on black, black on white, but we don't, you know what I mean? Every once in a while you will hear like some white woman, some Karen, you know, going in on some Asian girl who's stretching in a park, you know, that kind of thing. But other than that, not very often do you get it. You see what I'm saying? So it almost feels like it is a, you know, that the racism towards the Asian community is like a forgotten thought.
Yeah, we don't exist. Basically.
Right.
I haven't, like until that incident, I hadn't really been seeing the news covering hate crimes against Asians. It's just since then that they have, and it's been almost every day. It was just yesterday. There's a 50-year-old man driving through an anti-Asian, let me say that again, an Asian anti-violence protest. So protesting violence against Asians. And this 50-year-old guy just drives through. It's not even just Chinese people, right? It was a bunch of Koreans and Japanese as well. And this 50-year-old guy just drives through yesterday screaming at everyone, F China and F you. And, you know, it didn't really get a whole lot of coverage, but it's I started noticing that this is happening a lot. The news just doesn't put it on the front page, it seems.
Right.
Wow. I didn't even hear about that.
But isn't it weird? That we live in this time where we sit here and we're going, oh my God, I totally forgot that there's Asians. How does that make you feel? You know what I'm saying? Like suddenly it's remember we're here too kind of thing. And it's weird to me. You know what I mean? What are your thoughts on that?
So, okay, so I just saw that Jeremy Lin did an interview, right? And he said that majority of people ask, where are you really from, right?
Right.
That's the question. But the thing is, if somebody were to ask me, where am I really from? I would be like, you're racist you racist. Right. Like, I was born and raised in the United States of America. You know what I'm saying? So when people ask where you're really from, it's like, okay, am I an outsider? Do I not belong here? Am I not, accepted here? Like everything Jeremy Lin was saying in this interview, I was like, damn, I related to him because I don't know how many times somebody has asked me, what's your real name? Where are you really from?
Then let me ask you this then. Then what is the proper way of actually asking someone of Asian descent where they originated from, where their family originated from? Because honestly, like if we're friends, I've known you for a long time. Of course, our conversations are completely different. But if I was just getting to know you or talking to you and just wanted to know if you were Vietnamese or Chinese or Japanese or Korean or Laos, like I would want to know just to name a few, you know what I mean?
Then you ask me, what's your nationality? What's your race? And then where are your parents from? Where were you born? That's how you ask them. Simple, fucking questions. You know what I'm saying? Simple questions with no bad intentions. And plus, you'll know a bad intention when you talk to them. You know, your energy will figure it out. So you can be like, no, you're not gonna be like, where are you really from? Okay, that's a bad intention. And when you ask me that, I'm be like, I'm from your mama crib. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what the hell I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right, but you ask with the intent of wanting to really actually know. You know, you don't ask to be funny. You don't ask to be ignorant. You don't ask to be stupid, because then I'm going to give you a stupid answer.
Facts.
You know?
Facts.
It's just a simple question that you ask, and then you move on. And then if you want to know more, then let me educate you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that pho be fire, too, by the way. So get some culture. What?
People need to get cultured. People need to ask the right questions. People need to be educated, because, you know, they're ignorant. They don't know. And it's a shame that they don't know. But asking questions will definitely help, because then they won't be, you know, looking stupid.
Right. That's a good point. Good point. So let me ask you this, because obviously in light of everything that's been going on with, obviously, you know, Asians' lives matter, and all that. And, you know, of course, I'm 110% behind that, obviously. You know, we had 45, you know, the cult of 45 up there saying, you know, China and Kung Flu and all this stuff, right? Were you ever on the receiving end of any type of rhetoric like that? Have you ever received any type of racism like that?
Are you talking about recently?
Recently. Recently. You know, over the course of this past year and some odd months that, you know, over this past year now that we've had the pandemic, have you had or received any type of, you know, any type of hate because of that?
So I haven't received any hate. I have really, I have a energetic bubble around me.
Word.
Okay. My protector, right?
The blood of Jesus.
But, my friends have experienced a lot of that. You know, my friend was at a grocery store. I don't know what happened. It was actually my sister's friend, but long story short, I think a white lady started coughing on her.
Whoa. What?
You know, just out of nowhere. Older, I guess, older white woman, maybe 40s, 50s, right? I don't know what happened, what occurred, but she was just like, China virus, cough, 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 runs away. My friend told my sister she was so pissed she wanted to beat her ass. And
that's jacked up.
Now she had her kid with her, so she couldn't beat her ass. So, you know, that thank God for that. But, you know, you get stuff like that, and you really don't know what you want to do, because if that were to happen to me, I really wouldn't know what I want to do. You know, I definitely want to handle things in a calmly manner. But it's been a while since that happened to me. And I mean, I've experienced racism and all that stuff since I was 5 years old. So it's nothing brand new. If it were to happen in today's time, as an adult, I'd probably check them. I probably have to, like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to get into a fight.
Right.
Altercation. I would really want to educate them, but there's no point of changing them. You can't change who they are. I can change my response. You know, I mean, we just have to do better. I can't if they attack me, I can't attack them, which is what I would like to do, which is what I would want to do initially, but I can't do that. I stand more. It's not about that.
Right. I see what you're saying. I feel like it would be, I feel like people sit here and say, hey, you know, people sit here and of course turn a blind eye to the Asian community, you know, and the things that they have to deal with now that everything's put out in the forefront now. I feel like it is not only just myself, but a lot of other people going, oh my God, that is a real thing, that there is. Like, cause I feel like we live in this time where you could just go it's at your fingertips, right? You can literally just open up social media and you see some sort of racial injustice towards a black person like that with the quickness. When it comes to now, I feel like it's going to be a thing that's going to be easily obtainable now, where we are going to see more videos of racist stuff coming to the Asian community. But it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? It's always been like, oh, Bagel Karen. Like, that guy is a black man being called a N-word, right? By this Bagel Karen, for example, right?
I saw that.
I feel like it's going to come to the point or to a place where we're going to start seeing Asian Americans, you know, Latin Americans, Latino Americans, I mean, will be, those videos, those type of things will start coming out even more now. You know what I'm saying? And it's just interesting. Like, one thing that I've felt or I've noticed is that whenever there's a problem with this country, or whenever there's a problem in this country, whether it's a terrorist attack or now it's the pandemic, there's always somebody, or there's always someone who's the scapegoat. And for the past year and some odd whatever weeks now, there has been, the Asian community has been basically singled out as the reason why we are in financial turmoil, or why this pandemic has happened, why the country shut down, because of Asians. And now it's just, that is the look. Why the country wasn't making enough money, or why there weren't enough jobs for Americans, was because of the damn Mexicans, right? Crossing the border, right? Now we're in this issue, and now they're just going, oh, it's Asians. It's all because of the Asians. It's because of China. So any person that looks Asian is Chinese.
Right. So we all get blamed.
It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts.
This white, I was watching something, this white woman who was a reporter, she was like, it originated in China. And then she was like, call it what you want. I don't care. Call it what you want. I don't care. And I'm like, no, you can't call it what you want. You shouldn't care. It's not, you know, and then she was basing it off of Trump calling it the China virus, right? And that's the thing. You can't just call it what you want, because then it affects China. But then everyone thinks Asians look, or if we look like Chinese, if we look Asian or Chinese, then we're all Chinese.
Right.
But then we all suffer. So you can't just call it what you want. You got to call it what it is.
Right.
Because, and then afterwards, I saw that the reporter posted something on her page, and she was like, stop Asian hate. And I was like, I thought you said you want to call it what it is, but now you want to stop Asian hate.
Now she cares. But I also find it funny, like with like CNN, Fox News, etc. All of their Asian correspondents are all coming out the woodwork now. They all have a job now. I'm sorry to say that, but haven't you noticed that on the news now that they're like, oh, we have our correspondent, whatever her name might be, in Atlanta, and she just happens to be Asian. How fitting. Now it's like all these Asian people are starting to come out. Like now Fox or CNN or mainstream media suddenly cares about their Asian correspondents suddenly, because you know what I'm saying? It's just so weird how suddenly they all come out. They're all here now. You know what I mean?
Sure, we've been hidden. Now it's time for us to speak up. And then now it's like, oh well, we had Lucy and Kim in the back as interns, and we're gonna put them in the front now.
Right. Yep. They're like, hey, come here. Anyone with a Asian-ish last name, if you're even a quarter Asian, come on up. Come on up in the back. Yeah, you in the back. Yeah, you the one who's making the coffee.
Right.
Come here.
You matter now, so come up here and talk.
Anyone with the last name Lee, just come on up. Just come on up. You some kind of Asian. Come over. And it's like, it's annoying. It's really sad. And also the other thing is okay, lately they've been doing a thing where they have been, before the shooting, which is so fitting, they were about to release a video trying to show Black on Asian hate crimes, where all black, like the black community was putting this, putting a focus on the violence towards Asians, right? And then all of a sudden, literally, I think it was like a day or two before they were going to release this CBS special. That shooting happened in Atlanta, right? Now, before that, what are your thoughts on everything that's been going on with this whole speculation of this violence between, Black America and Asian America?
I think they're just trying to stir up something over here because something crazy over there is going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, so the hate crime that's been going on in San Francisco, it's been the majority of Black on Asian, right? That I've been seeing on the news.
Yeah.
But it's not even that. They maximize it and make it into something that it's really not. It's just hate crime. Simply that.
Simply that.
It's simple. And for them to be like, oh, Blacks against Asians, we're all minorities. So let's state that first and foremost.
Yeah.
Okay, so we all struggle the same, or if not the same, then had similar issues. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't try to make it into something that it's not, because I have a majority of Black friends that have never treated me like that ever, and they stand for Asian hate, and I stand for Black Lives Matter. It's not even that serious.
Now, but at the same time, I mean, you grew up different. You know what I mean? You were brought up a little different, but I know that there's a lot of, let's just say, within the minority community, there's a little bit of tension between Asian community and Black community, right? It's not every day. I just saw Lax Paint just said something. He said, just so you guys know, my first girlfriend was a Japanese girl until her parents found out. And there's that thing where there is a lot of racism within the minority groups, where there's a lot of tension between between African American or Black Americans and Asian Americans, right? Or just Asians, where Asians are, have some type of feeling towards the Black community and vice versa. You see what I'm saying? If a girl, someone like yourself who's, of Vietnamese American ends up falling in love with a Black man, right? 9 times out of 10 that your family may have a problem with that relationship.
So
now I know you grew up different, but I'm just saying.
I grew up differently.
But you've heard those stories though, right?
I have. But I'm going to speak for myself, and then I may speak for others as well.
Shoot.
But, my parents immigrated over here from the Vietnam War in the late 70s, early 80s. And then I was born here in the States along with my sister. My sister and I were born here in the States. So
Word.
We grew up in a predominantly Black school.
Yeah.
So, the expectations for my parents of me dating not a Vietnamese person or not an Asian person, hey, I had to let my parents know, like, you enrolled us into these schools with white and Black people and Bosnians and Vietnamese and Laos and Japanese. And, chances are I may not date somebody that's Vietnamese. You know what I'm saying? But I had to let them know once I got older, because they're traditional. They're very traditional Vietnamese. They're so Vietnamese, Damn. I mean, even being over here in the States, they're still really traditional,
Right.
But they know who I am, and they know I am going to choose somebody that is going to love me, regardless of their color.
Right.
Now, let's just say I spoke to a Vietnamese friend of mine who is like, she's Americanized, but not as much, right? As I am. Her parents were like, you got to marry a Vietnamese guy. You got to have Vietnamese children. Keep it in the bloodline. Don't change don't change our tree. Don't change the family tree. Don't do that. Don't don't break tradition. Otherwise, we're going to disown you.
Right.
You know? For me, it's not like that. Love is love. I mean, you're going to love who you can't stop who you love. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I mean, you can technically, but I'm just saying, my parents they weren't about that.
Right. And I mean, according to Derrick Jaxn, you can love a lot of people. So, I mean, if if you have a problem with one, you can at least spread that love. Love is spreadable, like peanut butter, apparently. Apparently. But yes, I do agree. I mean, love who you love. You know what I'm saying? Take care of who you want to take care of.
For sure.
But I feel like give that love to the right place. You know what I mean? Give that love to that one person, unless there's some sort of understanding, and that's a completely different Charles Dickens story.
Yeah.
So
but it is a thing, and it may still be a thing. You know what I'm saying? If the parents are so traditional, or do the kids want to break tradition? Do the kids not want to listen to their parents who are so traditional and they want to do their own thing? And it's just about you're teaching the old generation what you're capable of doing now, and your ability to love differently.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah. No, and you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Mai. I appreciate you coming on and chopping it up with me and everything. I know people are sitting here going, hey, why don't you play some of her music, because she is a recording artist and all that. I can't because of copyright stuff. I don't own your ish. And I gotta keep securing the bags over here. But you guys definitely have got to go check out her YouTube channel. Her YouTube channel is amazing. You might see somebody sprinkle in there. You might hear somebody's voice. The voice might be familiar in the background. It might be somebody right here. But please tell them where they can go and find you on YouTube, because she has her own YouTube channel, and she's just getting that whole thing up and running and trucking here. So please let everybody know where they can follow you. And Noli just put it up in the comments, but tell them anyway.
You guys can follow me at Miley Music. That is MAILEE Music on all social media platforms. That's YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, anything. I mean, I'm on it all. So
all of that ish.
Be on the lookout.
Be on the lookout. Go. For those of y'all, go hit her subscribe button. Check her out. She's very, very talented. You know what I'm saying? Very beautiful, very talented, very funny. She does a lot of stuff on there, talks about certain things, plays games, has her friends on, gives you a little bit of that, teaches you a little bit of that Vietnamese culture as well. So you got to go and check it out. You know what I'm saying? Especially like when you just want to check things out and learn a little bit more about things. Definitely, you gotta start searching. You know what I'm saying? And ask your cultured friends about things. You feel me? So I really appreciate you coming on it looks like Melanin 100% went and subscribed already. There you go. Ba-dow. Splat-ow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, baby. But I would love to have you back on another time soon. You know what I'm saying? Not only just to talk about, Asian Lives Matter, but, other stuff.
I'm down.
Good. But anyway, thank you so much for being on. We're going to go into a very, very quick commercial break. Hold up. Damn. Hold up. Of course. Gotta love all that. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. We got to talk about this Trump social media platform that's being built right now. Real talk. Trump is starting his own new social media platform. Yeah. We'll be right back. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center, a professional nuisance wildlife management company specializing in providing animal removal for residential, industrial, and commercial clients. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. Exactly which animal are we dealing with? How is the animal getting inside the home? What kind of damage is the animal doing to the structure? Once we get the answers to all of these questions, we develop and write up an action plan to resolve the animal issue completely and provide a quote to implement that action plan. We perform a very in-depth 70-point wildlife inspection. From visually inspecting the highest point, the chimney, to physically crawling inside the attic space and looking for animals, chewed wires, fecal matter, chewed structural wood, we inspect everything. Our inspection process covers all of the following 70 points: animal-proof chimney cap, roof ridge vents, roof to soffit junctions, dormer fascia, attic gable vents, gutter lines, fascia trim, garage door, utility penetrations, water, gas, electric, and cable, bathroom vents, attic roof ridge vents, attic electrical, wiring, junctions, boxes, and lighting, concrete decks, additions, wooden crawl spaces, basement plumbing, penetrations, ceiling, floor, and wall. Wildlife Command Center's mission is to deliver the finest quality wildlife removal and pest control service that is safe for the environment. For more information, call us now.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and sticking around and being a part of the conversation. If this is your first time checking out this show, please go hit that like button and don't forget to crush that subscribe button. I do this show Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I do a Tuesday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time show. So be sure to hit that like button, join in on the conversation down below or off to the side of my face over here, I think it's over this way. Yeah, it's over there. But anyway, so be sure to do that for sure. It would really, really mean a lot. I see a lot of people who are tuning in and jumping in and everything. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that join button, all right? I know that's a lot to ask, but it's only $4.99. $4.99 helps me keep fueling this machine, keeps fueling this engine, getting the word out, getting you guys these stories. You know what I'm saying? As I said, telling you all these stories. You know what I'm saying? So please don't be shy and hit that join button right down below. If you're on a desktop, it's right underneath the feed. Hit that join button and help support the show. Like I said, $4.99 helps me keep this bad boy moving. All right. Huge shout out to Miley for being on. I really do appreciate it. She's really, really one of a kind. Really great woman. She's a sweetheart and she's got a tremendous heart. And I'm just really happy to have her as a friend and as a creative colleague that, we've done a lot of work together in the past. She's a good friend. So go and check her out. It's Miley Music, one word, over on YouTube and all of her social medias. So go check her stuff out, consume, and support her as well. But anyway, we got to go into this next story. You have the story? Yes, great. We got this story about Trump and his new social media platform, which is weird. But apparently, he's working on building his own social media. As we already know, he's not on Facebook. He's not on Twitter. He has been banned from those places. I mean, he still has YouTube. He can still do YouTube. But he's been banned pretty much anywhere else where he could just type in 150 characters. Very interesting, man. Now, he's in the works on building his own social media platform. David's got the story. What's a guan, bruh?
All right, so Donald Trump announced this idea about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month, but it's just now starting to solidify into an actual project. He's just started talking with social media servers and like platform providers to kind of looking for a sponsor or looking for a place to actually store the data for his social network. And he is now trying to speak to other social media networks such as Facebook and Twitter on how he might be able to follow along with that, though it doesn't seem like there's much in the way of official talks between them, like in terms of business talks. I think he's more just trying to look at ideas from them right now, probably just looking for what to do. And what he said is that I'm doing things having to do with putting our own platform out there that you'll be hearing about soon. And so this is what he was telling to Fox News. And sounds like he plans to roll it out soon. Like I said, a lot of details haven't been revealed yet. However, Jennifer Griegel, a professor at Syracuse University who studies social media and influences, said that he has a problem right now and that he's not on social media. He does not really have a lot of people paying attention to him right now, and this teasing of a new platform is a new way to get attention. And so Trump is still banned from some social media. I don't remember all the specific ones, but it involves Twitter and to some degree YouTube. And recently, even Bernie Sanders and some other few Democrats, as well as with Republicans, are saying that he shouldn't be banned from these platforms because he was basically the president during the time, and they shouldn't be allowed to silence someone like that, regardless of who it is, regardless of the fact that it's Trump. Basically, they just want this to stand for everyone. They're looking at this for future presidents. They don't want future presidents to be able to be blocked by social media networks. So he actually does have a tiny bit of support from Democrats in that area, especially amongst the parts of the Democrats that are against censorship, generally speaking, which is some of the far left, and obviously most of the far right also supporting Trump, regardless of his intent. They're going to support him. And he still has a solid base of around, it's estimated to be around 20 to 40% of the Republican base is still likely to follow him. And so now he's been putting this idea out there. Yeah. And so like people are trying to decide what kind of platform he's actually going for. He hasn't said too much on what the interface will be like. Like, is this a Facebook interface? Is this more of a TikTok with short messages? Don't really know yet. But people see some of the people that are professors that are involved in social media design and what they think he's going to do. They kind of plan him to go with something more like TikTok or other shorter content that focuses on videos. It's almost guaranteed that it's going to be a video-focused medium because that's how he operates. So it's not likely to be just text-based like Twitter. I mean, you can post videos on Twitter, but it's not a place to post original video content. You usually link to YouTube. So it's most likely going to be something more along the lines of YouTube or Google Video or even TikTok with its short videos, or if anyone even remembers it, like Vine with its 5-second videos from a few years ago.
Right.
So this is what people are expecting him to put out at this point. And there is a problem with his brand right now. Obviously, they're trying to recuperate the Trump brand, and by them I mean Trump and his family, because recently he's had his names pulled from a lot of international golf. What do you call them? Like places to play golf. I forget what they're called, but so his name has been pulled from those, and they are trying to find a way to expand their name now, including his children. And this is expected to be their main push on how to get the brand back. And Griegel, the professor, says that I don't think that President Trump from the year before is the same as the one now. I do think he aspires to again continue to build influence, but it can't be developed in the same way, and it certainly can't be developed in the same elite circles that it used to be. It's almost like he's pushed into this dark side, and it's scary. So that's from some of the professors that were commenting on the design of his potential social network that he's working on. So far, money hasn't been spent, but he is looking at the investing the money into some server. He's looking at Free Space, Skylabs, a few other network providers that for media and other sites. So right now he's looking for the place to put it. If it's been actually designed, like if the interface is actually designed, we don't know about it yet. But it seems like very soon he'll be buying a place for it to run from, at the very least.
It's very sorry, one second. It's very interesting that he is. I think it's very interesting that he is trying to build his own social media platform. I mean, I get it that there's going to be some people that are going to be totally supportive of this because they do believe that this is a violation of his rights. Obviously, you know, the freedom of speech, him being able to say whatever he wants to say, how he says it and all that. He should, you know, I do believe that he has every right to say what he wants to say, as long as it doesn't incite certain types of violence. But at the same time, this is a man that has a lot of power. He has a very strong voice. He has a very powerful voice. And as soon as he speaks, everyone believes it. Look at everything that's going on with China and Kung Flu and all this stuff. Look at all the stuff that's happened over this past week or so. Or sorry, past 2 weeks, you know, with this mass shooting and the, you know, the Asian crime, like the hate crimes that are going on against Asians in this country. There's a lot. You know what I'm saying? There's people still out here like the Bagel Karen that sit there and go, oh, this coronavirus is a hoax, it's fake, blah, blah, blah. I mean, like I said, the rhetoric that he has a very strong base. He has a very strong voice. So there's something that can be very, this whole issue is very sensitive. But at the same time, though, everybody would know, FBI, CIA, etc., the powers that be, would know exactly where to go to if there was going to be another catastrophic event like January 6th. So if it does happen again, they already know where to go. Go to Trump's new platform and comb that ish. So maybe it is a good thing so that they can get straight to the point. If anybody's in there trying to organize or incite something crazy, they can go right there and go, boom, there it is, guys. See that? Tommy and Michael are talking about doing X, Y, and Z. There it is. They're planning on doing it right here. So maybe he's going to be doing us a favor. Instead of this being spread out throughout like Parler and Telegraph and a little bit of Twitter and a little bit of Facebook and a little, you know what I mean? Instead of going to all these different social media platforms, you just go to one. And it's like, thank you, Trump. Appreciate it. Now you're just exposing all their asses because now they're going to go to your page, your social media, to express their feelings and organize there. So forget the, you know what I'm saying? Forget that. Forget all that. They're going to leave that. And Trump's platform will become the conspiracy theory chat forum. So now all they got to do is like, shoot, now we just have to open up our fake account on our Trump page or our Trump social media and see what the hell these crazies are talking about. And don't get me wrong, it will most likely be very successful because everybody and their mama is going to be like, well, it's Trump. We can say whatever we want. Parler got shut down, but it wasn't being, and it's back, but it wasn't being backed by a multi-million-dollar man. Now you got Trump, who's got more money than anything, right? Allegedly. And he can get this thing all moving. Rebecca said Trump's OnlyFans. Basically, wouldn't that be weird? That'd be weird. But you know what I'm saying? So think about it. He builds a platform. You got 40-something million Americans that support his ass. They all go, they flood over there, right? That's fine. I sit there and say good riddance then. It's not going to change anything unless he goes, hey, it's going great. Let's start my own my own version of YouTube. Okay, I can see that being very dangerous. But like a Twitter page, okay. Or like a Twitter-like platform? Okay. People are still going to use Twitter. People are still going to use Facebook because they still need to be connected with the people that aren't on that social media platform. You see what I'm saying? So it'll just be another account that people have to download and set up. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? It won't go any further than that. And if it lasts, cool. Good for him, I guess. I think it's only going to be good for when they need to find out if there's any craziness going on. Because you know for a fact, people like that Bagel Karen and all the other Karens and all the psychopaths that were out there on the 6th are going to jump onto that platform and start going birdshot. And you're only doing 5-0 a favor. Now they don't have to do as much work. They just have to open it up and see all the crazy. So it's like, thanks. Thank you, Trump. Because you're about to expose everybody's ass. Thank you. What were you going to say, David?
I was going to say, it's interesting because the only places I've actually seen the discussion of his new social media is on Twitter and the like. Gab and Parler, which the right is using for the most part right now, have not mentioned his new social media platform at all. So I could honestly end up seeing like Gab and Parler trying to kind of work against Trump just because they're the platform for people who want to talk about him right now. So they might actually want to prevent him from getting his own platform to force them to keep going through their site.
But I understand.
Because they already have a monopoly on it right now.
Right, and I understand that they have tried to have conversations with him too. They've actually tried to sit down and have conversations, and he has shown no interest in that. Why? Because he wants to take it over. He wants to take over the Republican, or not the Republican, but the conservative, right? The conservative social media realm. Because he realizes that there's money to be had. And this could also be something that he creates that could fund his next campaign if he does run, or his daughter's campaigns. I'm talking about plural, because one of his daughters is actually running for, I think it was like governor, I think, of Florida. Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Not his pride and joy daughter, not his prize daughter. The other one, I forgot her name, but you know what I'm saying. They are trying to infiltrate and get into politics. So this could easily be something that he can use to open these things up, to fund his children's campaigns. Because I won't be surprised hearing Donald Trump Jr. running for something here in the very near future. Give it a second, unless he gets caught with a mound of cocaine. I'm saying, wait for it. I'm being real. Wait for it. It will come. That arrest will come. I'm telling you. Or he will be caught red-handed, just going in on a line. A video or a photo, just a snapshot. You know what I mean? Him going in, I'm telling you. Just saying, get ready. But with this social media platform, like I said, he is doing everybody a favor. He is doing 5-0 a big-ass favor. So, sure, set it up so that we know when the next crazy-ish goes down. And I say thank you. That's when I would say thank you, Trump. I don't like the idea of him having his own platform, but at the same time, if it means that we already know ahead of time, or we can prevent catastrophic events happening, shoot, let's do it. Like the shooting that happened just a few days ago. Real talk. I mean, what if? What if he was on that platform and saying crazy stuff because he feels like he can say crazy stuff? You see what I'm saying? He's with people, so he's like, okay, I could say these crazy things because I'm with them. I'm amongst my friends, right? But like I said, it's crazy. Veronica just said something that is a little bit of a left turn, but it is still kind of a part of this. She said, thank you so much for the comments. She said, I think the grocery stores and spa attacks maybe ties to U.S. bombing Syria. That could very well be it too. That's a possibility. That is a huge possibility.
Because Biden was specifically striking Iranians that were going into Syria, but it was a Syrian highway that he struck. So, it's the main highway used by civilians. So even though we were targeting Iran, yes, the civilian population of Syria suffered a lot for it. So it's possible for sure.
Yeah. Is a very good possibility. I mean, anything's possible now. It could have been something that happened when Trump was in office that sparked their anger. Could be the bombing that just recently happened. It could be something that happened when Obama was in office, or Bush Jr. was in office, or Bush Sr. You never know. I mean, obviously the shooting that happened on Monday at the grocery store. The kid is hella young, so not saying that he's that affected by something that happened 20 some odd years ago. But you get my drift. You catch what I'm saying. And actually, both of them, the spa and the shooting, the shooting at the King Supers, those kids were in their 20s, early 20s. I think both of them were 21. If I'm correct, both of them were 21. They're babies, for crying out loud. You know, and I mean, time out. I'm not trying to justify any of that. Those guys should be buried underneath the freaking prison because of what they did. That is unforgivable what they did. But they were super young, so it's not that. Had to have been something else. You know what I'm saying? Now, the one that happened in with the grocery store, it's starting to lean towards a psychotic break. That his paranoia got the best of him, and he went out and he just started shooting up a whole bunch of people. That's what it seems like. That's the realm we're going down right now, it seems like. And that's unfortunate. You know what I mean? Real quick. I know that everybody is, one, we did say this earlier in the show. And the thing is I want to play a tiny bit of this audio. I'm not showing the video, but it is of the Bagel Karen.
Do you want to do one thing first and do the shout out?
Oh, shoot. Yes. Okay. Hold on. Let me get you back up here again real quick. Whoops. There we go. Okay. All right, brother. Yes, we do have some super chats.
Yeah, we had 3 during the interview with Miley. Lorraine Sims gave us $20. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Tide Springs gave us £1.99, and he said, James 2:26, faith without works is dead. Thank you. And Cecilia G gave us 27 reals and 90 cents. So thank you as well.
Thank you. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say Lorraine and Cecilia only posted a stamp, so we got a nice picture from it, but nothing to say. So thank you for that. Anyway. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the love. I really do appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and hello, good evening from Rosalia. Thank you so much. You know what I mean? Please comment where you're watching the show, because you said, hello, sir, good evening. I'd love to hear where you are watching the show from. You know what I mean? Don't be shy. But I wanted to play this video, not the whole thing, but I wanted to hear a tiny bit of this audio. This is the Bagel Karen calling into this show. And okay, so let me just say this really quick. I talked about Jesse Lee Peterson, right? He is apparently somebody who supports and is a part of Jesse Lee Peterson's show. Just so you know, this particular gentleman that's doing this interview with this girl, obviously he has no problem with using having the N-word or any type of racism or anything like that. This guy, you know, I don't mean to be judgmental, but this is the guy who's wearing a Confederate flag. In fact, in this video, which I'm not going to show you the video, but we're just going to listen to some of the audio from this call. He is wearing a Jesse Lee Peterson t-shirt, even in this video. But clearly, if you're a supporter of Jesse Lee Peterson, you're not a supporter of anything outside of the white community. I'm sorry. I hate to say it like that, but I'm going to keep it real. And just from reading,
never heard of him.
I've never heard of this dude either, and nor would I ever, because I don't listen or watch any of this kind of trash. But the thing is even reading some of his comments down below, it's trash. It's trash. But apparently he had an interview with the bagel woman, the Bagel Karen, and we got to hear a little bit of it. Let's take a listen.
At you can't see my eyes. He's like, well, I can tell from your face how you're looking at me. And I'm like, dude, I have sunglasses on. You can't tell how someone's looking at you and you can't see their eyes. And he's like, we're not serving you. You need to get out of here. And then I did the worst thing I could possibly do, it seems. I called him a bitch-ass N-word with the A at the end. And
it was not an A. It was a hard R. I just want to make that abundantly clear.
there were people recording me, apparently, and this got into the hands of Sean King yesterday, and now it's all over the internet, and like my mom, myself, everyone's just getting constant death threats from BLM.
Let me just say something really quick. Actually, you know what? You just heard that, right? You heard that. That's just a small piece. Hold on. We're going to listen to a little bit more of it. I'm sorry. And shout out to whoever said this, mentioned this earlier in the show. Thank you. I don't remember who did and who commented on it, but thank you. Real quick. Really quick. I got to find this really quick because we're going to debunk that ish in 2 seconds. Let me just find this right now. I found it. Boom. Sorry, it's archives. I'm looking up these archives. So, let me turn this down because I think it gets a little loud here. We're not going to show you the video because you've already seen the video. I'm just trying to debunk what she says. It was an A with a soft A. Not with a hard, vicious R. Let's see if she's right. Let's debunk this right now.
She said she got medical problem. You don't have to serve her if you don't want to.
You can't even see how I'm looking at you, sir. I have sunglasses on. You can't even see how I'm looking at you. I have sunglasses on.
Yeah, did I guess?
You just said I don't look at you like that. How do you see how I'm looking at you?
Excuse me, can you just serve her? If you don't want to serve her, let you go.
I just want to order some bagels.
If you want to serve her, serve her. If not, let you go.
Take her out.
Hello, ma'am. He's not going to serve you, so please leave.
Why? Because he's a bitch-ass nigger?
No.
Did you hear it? Let me roll that one more time. I got this all the way up, David, so don't say anything. You're going to blast everybody's ears out. Hold on. Just saying that out loud. I'm not saying that you don't say anything. Don't say anything. Whoo, it's loud. Hold up.
Hello, ma'am. He's not going to serve you, so please leave.
Why? Because he's a bitch-ass nigger?
No.
Now, you tell me, does that sound like an A or an R at the end of that N-word? To me, that sounds like an R. But let's continue back in this story with her and her BS, shall we?
That is ridiculous. People have, no mercy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got CPS called on me last night. I already had it because of my kid's father, but they came last night, and there's going to be more drama with that.
Man, I put the headline in the folder from the Gaily Grind. I don't know what that is. Man, Stephanie.
Yeah, it's all over the news. If you look, the Bagel Karen.
But you use the A at the word of Nigga.
Yeah, I wanted to say
but the way
F
that they
word.
wrote the headline, they put N******Ger.
Hello, ma'am. He's not going to serve you, so please leave.
Why? Because he's a bitch-ass nigger?
No,
Oh
my
God.
Hold on. F this. Let's see it in all its glory together. One more time. She's saying she said an A.
So please leave.
Why? Because he's a bitch-ass nigger?
No, excuse me.
Just running that one more time for you guys. Just to make sure that's abundantly clear, because she is full on lying through her teeth.
Yeah, and they're saying I'm a white woman, like Sean King has any right to call anyone a white woman.
You're what?
I'm a white woman.
Yeah.
Like, I can't say this because I'm a white woman.
Right.
And I don't understand because Spanish people say it to each other all the time.
I know.
I'm pretty much a wigger anyway.
But you know that the culture is so anti-white, anti-freedom that...
Are we really listening to this shit? Pardon my French, but I'm sorry. Are we really listening to this shit? I will curse right now because this is bullshit. Anti-white, anti-freedom. This is coming from this dude. Sorry. I'm sure he's got fans and people that support him and love him and all that stuff, but at the same time, and he has every right to say whatever he wants to say, but I have every right to say what I want to say, and this shit is shit. This is bullshit.
Say it to each other all the time.
I know.
You know, I'm pretty much
But
a
you,
wizard
but
anyway.
you know that the.
Did you hear what she just said? I'm pretty much the WIGGER. She just said that. I'm pretty much the W version of the N-word with a hard R.
Culture is so anti-white, anti-freedom.
So if anti-white, anti-freedom, so whiteness is freedom?
That if this got out, this would get you. They would go after you.
Why wouldn't they go after you just called somebody a bitch-ass N-word? Hard R. Of course they're going to go after you, especially when you get caught on film acting a damn fool.
Are you surprised at this attack?
Yeah, because I didn't really think they would do anything with it. I've done a lot of this kind of anti-mask stuff in the city when people are harassing me, so nothing has ever caught on like that.
I don't think that it would catch on, but like that, if you hadn't used the B word, A word, N word.
Yeah. I was going to use the F word, but I figured, like, I'm not LGBTQ, and I identify more with the N word because my kid's father uses that word all the time. My kids are black. I have people calling me up saying, "What are you going to do if your kids say that?" I'm like, they're going to be friends with kids who say that. Like, they live in the projects. Like,
well,
they're going to be normal if they
Stephanie,
say that.
It's wrong what they're doing to you, but you
I lost
you
my
were looking
cool.
for
I know
attention.
it.
I don't know. I told you to relax.
I know, dude. I was calm. If you watch the video, I'm calm in it. I'm not screaming
But
or
just
yelling.
you can calmly do wrong.
Facts.
Yeah.
You got to calm down.
Why does it's funny because if you listen to Jesse Lee Peterson, because I've heard him talk before, this guy that we're listening to right now sounds a lot like him too. So it's weird. It's like he's emulating this dude. But yeah.
Dude, I mean, these masks
And
are
I'm not
crazy.
at all surprised that they're coming down on you because you're a white-looking woman, and you.
A white-looking woman. Isn't she Caucasian? Ain't she Caucasian? She's not white-looking. She's white. She don't look white. She's white.
Said the so-called N-word.
So-called N-word.
Yeah. What do you think Jesse would say? I want to.
You get what you deserve.
Yeah.
Because you're looking for trouble.
Really? By
Yeah.
not putting a mask on?
You're
By
not
letting
just
these
not
people
putting
win?
You're not just not putting a mask on, and you know it.
But Jesse said that white people have to stand up. We have to.
In the right way. You're not doing it in a sane way.
Oh my God! But I was.
Are you doing it in a
saying
sane
this
way? Is it sane to go in this culture where they go after whites for saying the N-word, and you know that, to go out and say B word, A word, N word, and you think that's setting a good example in front of your kids?
I mean, at least he's like right here. At least he's asking some the right questions, right? At least right there, he isn't sitting there going, "Oh well, you know, how dare you do what you did?" Or no, how dare people get upset about what you did, right? At least he's sitting there going, "Don't you realize that you do something stupid, you're gonna get in trouble for saying those kind of things?" At least that's what it is. At least he said that. But I'm not listening to the rest of that trash. Anyway,
It sounded like he made her admit that she was wrong at least. So that's progress.
At least. But at the same time, I mean, she shouldn't have said what she said. Facts. But don't sit there and go, "Well, I used the A word. I used the A at the end. I used the A at the end, not the hard R." No, you said the hard R. I don't care. You said hard R. We all heard it. She's lying. Clearly, and then she's like, I'm basically the W version of the N word because she banged a black dude and has some kids from a black dude. Now I want to interview the black guy, the man who smashed, the man who was willing to get in bed with her and pop out 3 kids. 3 of them. 3 of them. Not just one. Not a oopsie daisy. He must have oopsie daisied 3 times then. See what I'm saying?
I wonder if this is common in like relationships between, like the white women that are always looking for black guys, and like, is this how they speak to them when they're their husband too? I don't know.
Oh my God.
It seems like she might.
Oh my God. If I was in a relationship like that, and that woman is white, and she's sitting there saying that kind of stuff to my face, man, that relationship would have been over so fast. I wouldn't waste any time. I would take that child from that woman so fast. I would want custody of that child because I would not want that type of hateful rhetoric being implanted into my child. That type of negativity. Of course, isn't that our goal for our children to grow up as in the least unharmed way possible? Like, yes, of course, we all want our children to think that the world is filled with daffodils and candy canes, right? And I know that the real reality of it all is that the world is crazy and the world is dangerous. But you like to try to protect your child as much as you can, and also you want your children to be the best rendition of yourself, right? Your best carbon copy of yourself, so that they can lead on and bring happiness and love and protection to their seed and to their kin, to their legacy that they leave on this earth. I would never want my child sitting around hearing this kind of stuff from their own mother or from their own parent. No child should listen to that. Even white kids, even other kids of other races should not be hearing that stuff. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Lady just said, you're surprised by it with all the self-hate in our own community. There are plenty of baby mamas that would be degraded and make babies with women, or black men. Sorry, there's plenty of black men, that would be degraded and make babies with women like this because of pedestal thinking. That is very interesting. I mean, there's a lot of stupid men out there. I'll just say that. I think that there's a lot of men out here that don't want to think before they F. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They would just want to, they lead by their peen. They lead by their wayward D. They don't think before they do. You know what I'm saying? And then end up with somebody that you're like, oh, damn. I screwed the pooch on that one. Woo! That was a bad choice. I feel like that's what's happening. Or that's what happens a lot. You meet a girl, you find her fly, you do whatever. You do the little whoop-de-woo, and then next thing you know, she comes to you and goes, I'm preggers. Next thing you know, damn. Then you have the child. Then you really learn what kind of woman you've just bedded. Right? Or it's how he's treating her that drives that woman insane. And then he is living in that bed that he made with a crazy baby mama. And it's because of his doing too. So it's so many different ways of frying this egg, for sure. But it is, I understand, there's a lot of dudes out here that'll just go smash just to say they got to bed a white woman. I mean, if we're talking about that too, just to say that they did it. But it's like, and it's always an experiment if it, in a way. It's like, oh, you got the black guy, never been with a white woman, right? Or a black person, never been with a white person. And that white person is kind of curious about being with a black person. Next thing you know, they do the little whoop-de-woo. Next thing you know, baby comes out. Then they go, oh my God, you're a racist piece of trash. Or you a deadbeat or whatever, right? That's when they finally figure out things, right? See, this is the reason why they say, hey, save until marriage, or be careful. Don't just give away yourself and your love and all that, your energy, your sexual energy to just anybody. It's more than just trying to keep our kids things in their pants, right? And, you know, obviously stopping the spread of disease, you know, potential disease or other pregnancies and stuff. But it's also like trying to pick the right person so that you don't end up smashing with somebody and you are stuck with them for the rest of your life because you have a child with that person. Now you have to raise a child with that crazy ass. All because of one night of fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's basically what it all comes down to it. It's being smart instead of just jumping in and going, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you're like, oh my God, this girl's crazy. Like this guy who is with this woman who clearly, I mean, obviously, they're if she's sitting there saying, my baby's kids are still, she's talking about him like he is, she's talking about him like he's still a part of their lives. She clearly has one man that has impregnated her 3 separate times. That is willing to come back into her house. And Ryan James, yep. Skeet, skeet. You know what I mean? From the window to the walls. You know what I'm saying? 3 times. He was willing to do it 3 separate times. So he already knew what kind of crazy he was dealing with. Clearly. So it's on him. He made that bet. He's like, well, I'm already here. F it. You know what I'm saying? Unless that is a self-hating black man, which is a possibility as well. Unless that's Jesse Lee Peterson, who clearly is a self-hating black man. So there's a possibility of that too. There are black men out there like that. Real talk. There are. It's sad. It's really, really sad, y'all.
Hopefully
what?
this stuff like this coming out makes some more people aware of the trap that can be pulled into.
I mean,
it's very easy, especially for guys, to make a terrible mistake when a woman is coming onto you. It's not very surprising that someone would make that bad decision, but you still need to be aware of the results or the reactions to whatever you do, because there is going to be consequences, and I don't think this would be a great consequence for anyone to be stuck into, being married to someone like her. I don't think that would be. I don't know. I just feel like no, her husband cannot be okay with seeing that video. Maybe he is, but it seems like there might. I don't know. I don't think he would be. That's just me.
You know, it like I said. This is I mean, you know, I hate to say it like that, but you know, unless he's like freaking Louis Farrakhan up in this B, you know what I'm saying, or a Malcolm X type, then I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Unless he gets off on her calling him the N-word while they're banging. You know what I'm saying? That's a possibility too. Some people are weird. Like I said, some people are really, 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 really weird. So you never know. You know what I'm saying? But everybody should be very careful on who they are betting, who they are smashing. You got to be careful on where you're putting your peas at. You see what I'm saying? Where you're putting your stussy, where you're putting the peen. You got to be careful where you're putting it, because you don't know how crazy that person may be. And clearly that guy doesn't give a damn. He probably loves it. Her talking this crazy stuff. He's probably a, MAGA hat, coronavirus denying son of a gun too. There you have it. It's weird. It's weird. Somebody out there wanted to smash her. And that man is black. And the fact that man is black and she's just sitting there saying that with pride, holding her children up like they're props, is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Like it's her badge of courage. It's disgusting. And like I said, I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. If you're a piece of trash person, it bleeds out to everything else too. And you clearly see that. You clearly see that. And that's sad. Exactly, Lady Justice. Now we have mixed racial children learning this behavior. And that's exactly what I said in the pop-up video I did yesterday as well. It's like, look at what this woman is, look at what she's saying, and look at the children around her watching and listening to this stuff. Now they have this stuff in their heads. Now they're going to go and give it off, share it, and spread it. And the funny thing is why, and I'm sorry, David, you know I love you, you know, my Caucasian brother, but why are white people so obsessed with being able to don the N-word? Then on top of that, like just to add on to that, she goes, hey, my man says the N-word, so I don't see any reason why I can't use the N-word too. Because I'm banging him and I have children from him. You know what I'm saying? I have conceived his seed 3 separate times. So why can't I use it? Because I got 3 black babies. So I should be able to use the N-word if I want to. She literally said, I don't use I was going to use the F word, but I decided not to because I'm not part of the LGBTQ plus community. But I am banging a black dude. So I should get the black card immediately and be able to use the N-word because I've conceived 3 mixed babies. Why? Where does this person suddenly say, I can say whatever the hell I want because I banged a black guy?
I mean, there are, is like a fetish for that. I mean, with, there
is a fetish.
Yeah,
there is definitely a fetish out there.
I've seen news articles and just like data gathering from like porn sites, but that like slave master kind of fetish is definitely a thing that's out there, and people, I guess, enjoy it because it's popular, so they have to enjoy it, I would assume.
King Timma just said something that's funny. If her kids become gay, she gonna throw that F word around with the silliness. Absolutely, because then she'll be like, yeah. Because my children are gay, so I can say it if I want to. Yes, I said it with a hard T. That's what she's saying. So she's going, oh, because I banged a black dude, I can say the N-word. King Timma, blacked. Exactly. If you don't know what that is, go check it out, I guess. You know what I mean? Whatever's your flavor, okay? But at the same time, that's real. That is a good question. You know what? I'm gonna have that question for tonight's show. That is a question. Can white people use Lady Justice liked the voice? That's funny. Yes, I said it with a hard R. I'm gonna open up the lines for tonight, for the discussion tonight, because that is a very good question to bring up. If you are dating someone outside of your race, do you get a pass? Can you get a pass? Should you get a pass? That's actually a really good question that I'm gonna leave for tonight's show. You know what I mean? Because we gotta wrap up the show, unfortunately. I could open up the phone lines, but I know we'd be on for another hour, and I can't for tonight. But Lady Justice is like, I might have to Skype in for that convo. Oh, thank you, Queen Lady Justice. Finally, a question that is up to her standards. I'm just playing. I'm totally playing. But we definitely need to talk about it because it's absolute BS. All right? There is no reason, I feel, there's no reason for anyone to be able to use any. Like, if I was dating someone outside of my race that was Asian and I could just go up and go, you stupid Asian slur, I wouldn't. No. It's stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's wrong. You embrace the culture. You embrace the world that they live in. You do it respectfully. But at the same time, there's other things. Like, what if she was wearing a dashiki? Think about it. Is it cultural appropriation if your children, if your seed is half yourself and half the man that conceived the children with you, and that person may be African? Is it cultural appropriation if someone is wearing a Jamaica shirt or gets some braids or any of those things? That is a very, very good question. Damn, I'm smart. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. But damn, that's going to be a good question and a good discussion for tonight. We definitely got to talk about it, because what is it? Is that fair? Is that okay or no? You know what I mean? White people feel it's a violation of their rights if they can't do something black people can do, in my honest opinion. A lady 747, figgity facts, baby. And I'm sorry, in my white correspondents and my white family, please comment. Please comment. I want to know. I want to know. Is it fair? Can you do that? Can you? Really? Is it fair? It's cultural appropriation if you can to wear something, if your man, let's just say, like I said, your man is Korean, right? Or Japanese, and you are rocking a kimono. Is that cultural appropriation if that is part of the culture that you have been married into, right? Is it or no? That's going to be the conversation for tonight. That's going to be the question for tonight. Unless there's some huge breaking story that just pops off, which you never know nowadays. Maybe Derrick Jaxn comes out with another response. I don't know. He needs to just shut the hell up, keep his D in his pants, go pray a couple times, get that demon out. You know what I mean? Get it out of his system and be done with it. But anyway, guys, David, thank you so much for being on, guys. Or thank you so much for being on, man. Wow.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah, it was good. It was a little all over the place, but it's fine. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't as clean as we usually do, but it's fine. There was things that were talked about that needed to be talked about. But we still, by the way, Eureka, y'all, we were still able to cover everything today. Everything on underneath the titles, or in the titles, underneath the feed, were covered today. Won't he do it? I'm just saying, a lot of times we get stuck on that one thing and then we're like, damn, we didn't have enough time. We didn't have time. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have time to put it up. You know what I mean? So today, yes, we got through it, and we got 200 likes on the live. Thank you so much to every single one of y'all that hit that like button. That means a lot. And for those of y'all who hit the four of you that hit the dislike button, sorry, lo siento. I wish I could have done something better for you, but at the same time, hey, it still helps us in our algorithm as well. So thank you. But then again, thank you guys so much. Yes, get the demon out your mouth. Get that dirty demon out your mouth, okay? Get that dirty demon out your mouth. Sorry. There's a double meaning in that. Anyway, please. Thank you, Lady Justice. Please join our Discord. For those of y'all who are in here who haven't joined the Discord, join that Discord. Because we have been putting a lot of stuff over there. People have been talking a lot of stuff over there as well. There's so much to talk about, okay? And sometimes we don't have time to cover it in any of our shows. Why do you think I do this show freaking 2 times a day, for crying out loud? There's so much ish going on. Real talk. Damn! You know what I'm saying? Miss Will.I.Ams, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Thank you, sweetheart. You are the bomb.com. Yes, I just said that. Okay? I love all you guys. We will be on, or I will be on, tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Maybe David can swing through. I don't know. Can you?
Sorry.
Say that again, what?
So not tonight.
Sorry. Not tonight. See, forget him, man. He don't like us. They don't really care about us. Okay, so
I got other work to do.
Yeah, no one cares about the other work you gotta do, man. Okay, don't tell me the things that you gotta do. No one cares. Okay, no one cares. I'm just playing. I love you, man. Thank you so much for being on. Great show today, guys. You guys are amazing. It's time to get going. Thank you so much for joining Winter Mute, I think is the one who just joined the membership. Yes, Winter Mute. Thank you so much for joining the membership. Thank you so much for becoming a family member. Go ahead. Sorry. What were you going to say, David?
Stacy Galore said she did do a super chat, but I must have missed it. So just a shout out to her for doing a super chat. I don't know what it was for or how much it was, but thank you.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you. We try to cover it. It's just that you guys are so amazing. You guys bless us every single day with so many wonderful things, including the super chats, that sometimes we get so enthralled into our conversations and telling you your stories that we don't get a chance to really give you guys the shout outs, the super chat shout outs when you rightfully deserve it. And I promise you we will get better at that, but it's hard to do it when I'm talking with, interviewing somebody and somebody does something amazing like a $20 super chat. And then I'm like, oh yeah, hold up. Thank you so much to whoever did the $10 super, you know what I mean? It is kind of rude, but I try my best. Both of us try our best to cover them as much as we can. But anyway, I love all you guys. You guys are dope. Thank you so much to everyone who came on. My Lee, shout out to My Lee. Go check out her channel. Check out her YouTube channel. She is just getting that bad boy like really moving. She's starting to take that one very, very seriously. So go check out her YouTube channel. She's really, really amazing and very funny. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And if you've already done all those things and feel compelled, please join our family membership. It would really mean a lot. This week we already started the benefits and all those things. Last night's membership only show or members only show was amazing. I got to talk with all you guys, got to video chat with a lot of you, got to see some things, chat it up, laugh my ass off. So please, if you can, I know that times are tough and money be tight nowadays, but if you have that $4.99 to just spare per month, please, we could really appreciate that energy, so thank you. But anyway, I love all y'all. You guys are amazing. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings, okay? Have a wonderful day. I will be on tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, so be on the lookout for that, okay? Anyway, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I will see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is The Pascal Show. Bye. Get that demon out your mouth. That demon out your mouth.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center, a professional nuisance wildlife management company specializing in providing animal removal for residential, industrial, and commercial clients. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. Exactly which animal are we dealing with? How is the animal getting inside the home? What kind of damage is the animal doing to the structure? Once we get the answers to all of these questions, we develop and write up an action plan to resolve the animal issue completely and provide a quote to implement that action plan. We perform a very in-depth 70-point wildlife inspection. From visually inspecting the highest point, the chimney, to physically crawling inside the attic space and looking for animals, chewed wires, fecal matter, chewed structural wood. We inspect everything. Our inspection process covers all of the following 70 points: animal-proof chimney cap, roof ridge vents, roof to soffit junctions, dormer fascia, attic gable vents, gutter lines, fascia trim, garage door, utility penetrations, water, gas, electric, and cable, bathroom vents, attic roof ridge vents, attic electrical, wiring, junctions, boxes, and lighting, concrete decks, additions, wooden crawl spaces, basement plumbing, penetrations, ceiling, floor, and wall. Wildlife Command Center's mission is to deliver the finest quality wildlife removal and pest control service that is safe for the environment. For more information, call us now.